Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been receiving the benefits?
3 years.
So they're reviewing your case.
Right. How often do they do that?
Every 3 to 7 years.
Okay.
It's never permanent, you know. So you got it 3 years ago. Let me see your ID. And I see you're from Walker. Okay. All right. And why did you get the benefits 3 years ago? What happened 3 years ago?
I got just about every diagnosis in the book.
Well, the way they do a review is they get all your treatment records from when you got it. So anybody that's been treating you for your diagnoses, they're going to be trying to get those records. And then if they send you to somebody else, we send the information also to them. Shreveport is doing your review, okay?
Okay. I don't know. What is the difference between a psychiatrist and a psychologist?
Just the different educational background, but both prescribe medications and both do treatment.
Didn't at one time psychologists didn't prescribe medicine?
The law changed. You go back to school, the law changed.
Oh.
About 10 years ago it changed. The information from today will go to Shreveport. They are going to get your other records like I told you. And then secondly, it just says, I understand that failure to do my best may result in an unfavorable determination. So we have to ask everybody for full cooperation.
Okay.
If you would sign right here for me, please. Okay. And the benefits that you started getting 3 years ago, that was the first time you ever got them?
Yes, disability.
That was the first time you ever qualified for
Social
it?
Security disability, yes ma'am.
Okay. Had you tried getting it before?
Yes ma'am.
So you just kept reapplying?
Well, I don't know, they denied me first time. I don't know why.
Did you have to go in front of the judge?
No ma'am, I didn't appeal that decision.
Oh, so you just reapplied?
Yeah, like a
Okay.
I don't know, a year later or something.
Okay. Where were you actually born and raised?
Baton Rouge.
Is this where you grew up?
For the most part.
Okay.
In Walker, Baton Rouge and Walker.
Okay. Raised by, was it your mother or your mother and father?
My mom.
Did you know your dad?
Yes ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yes ma'am, I have a brother and another brother that was put up for adoption.
As a baby?
Yes ma'am.
And any sisters?
No ma'am.
No sisters. Okay. How much education did you get? Did you finish high school?
Associate's degree.
Which high school did you graduate from?
Walker High.
Good student?
Maybe not in high school.
Okay. What was the trouble in high school?
Didn't apply myself.
Okay. Were you ever suspended or expelled?
Yes ma'am.
For what kind of behaviors?
Dancing was one of them.
Okay. Just being disruptive?
Yeah, I guess so. Mm-hmm.
Anything other than that? Any fights or anything serious?
Yeah, fight, yeah, that was elementary, but they would, yeah, fight. Start off as play wrestling.
Okay, so where'd you get the associate's degree?
ITI Technical College.
And what did you get it in?
Process Technology.
Did you do well?
Top of the class.
Top of the class, so you're very good with that sort of thing.
I guess.
Anything technological?
Just, like playing equipment.
Uh-huh, okay. Have you ever been married?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
How many children?
I got one girl.
How old is she?
She's 9.
Does she live with you?
No.
Do you get to see her?
Barely.
Why is that?
The state of Louisiana says I have no rights.
I don't understand that. The state is very hard to take they don't take parents' rights away. It's very hard to get that done.
That was pretty easy for them.
What did they do?
Well, her stepdad was the police, and they told me I was crazy and told me, I was guilty of marijuana and possession, and guilty of marijuana possession and crazy, and you don't have any rights to your child.
And you didn't fight it in court?
I did my best.
Did you go before a judge?
Mm-hmm.
You did? Okay.
They locked me in a mental institution and then told me I didn't have no rights.
Okay. Do you have a partner at this time? Another partner?
No, ma'am.
So are you living alone?
I live with my mom.
You moved in after a breakup?
I've been living with my mom.
Okay.
31 years now.
How long were you with your daughter's mother?
4.5 years.
That's your longest relationship?
Yes, ma'am.
What broke y'all up?
I would have to say she moved on to a better option.
She left you?
Right.
Okay. You were never in the military, correct?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Have you ever been arrested for anything? The possession of marijuana?
Other drugs.
What other drugs?
You want to know everything I was arrested for?
Mm-hmm.
Possession of Schedule 4.
What drugs were they?
Xanax, marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know the false charges I was arrested for?
Anything you were arrested for?
Disturbing the peace.
Mm-hmm.
Obstruction of justice. Simple assault. Marijuana.
More than one time?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
I was arrested 3 times.
Okay.
Controlled deadly substance in the presence of a juvenile.
And what was the substance?
Marijuana.
Okay.
That was not
Okay.
not reachable for a child. Possession of firearm, convicted felon possession of firearm. Paraphernalia.
Mm-hmm.
Cyber stalking. Public intimidation. That might be about it.
Were you incarcerated?
What do you mean by incarcerated?
In jail? Did you get time in jail?
Well, I've done 15 months in jail with
At one time?
no possibility for bond
Yeah.
and rights to my trial denied.
So 15 months altogether?
I've done more than that.
On other occasions, right? When's the
I
last?
don't know,
When's the last time you got out of jail? What year are we talking about? The last time that you were incarcerated?
that would have incarcerated?
Mhm.
What do you mean by incarcerated?
In jail. When's the last time give me your last release date? What year? You don't have to give me the date.
December 16.
December of 2016?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I don't know if we're on the same page of what is incarcerated.
Incarcerated means you get put in jail.
Or you get incarcerated for being arrested.
That's right, yeah. Any jail time at all is what we have to ask.
Oh.
So, are you on probation or parole right now?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So everything's clean. I mean, everything's good right now.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of jobs have you done in the past? Just the type of work. You don't have to name the employers.
Fast food and boiler room.
How many years do you think you worked altogether?
I don't know.
What's the last year you were employed?
2013.
And
maybe 14.
Okay. What was the very last job you had?
I think it was Pizza Hut.
And what happened to the job?
You have to have a vehicle for Pizza Hut. Working, reliable vehicle.
Okay. And you didn't try getting anything else?
I tried. You know,
think your record got in the way?
Yeah, innocent until proven guilty. But you're not guilty of that. But because you were arrested of that, you can't sweep floors at Walmart. Don't matter if you were innocent or guilty. You were arrested, so can't sweep floors here.
Okay. Do you have a primary care doctor right now?
I don't know.
You don't have a regular family doctor?
I don't go to one.
Okay. You're not sick very often? Never really. Okay. Have you ever had any surgeries?
I've had my appendix out.
Anything else?
No, I guess that's it.
Have you ever been seriously injured in any type of accident or anything?
I've had my back, like, wreck.
You had a car accident? Did you have to have any physical therapy or surgery for your back?
I went to a chiropractor.
Okay. Are you seeing a psychiatrist or mental health doctor right now?
A nurse practitioner.
Who's the nurse practitioner?
I don't know his name.
Where do you go see him?
Rosenblum in Denham Springs.
How long have you been going to Rosenblum?
I guess since 2013.
Have you ever
on and off.
quit going? On and off, that's what I need to know. So tell me the last time you started again. How long have you gone this time?
I guess that was like a month or two ago.
How long had you been out of treatment?
A month, maybe. I don't know.
Well, they wouldn't close your case after 1 month. They would close it after 6 months or a year.
Well, they might only did that once. I'm not real sure about all
so
that stuff.
why has it only been on and off treatment? Any particular reason you quit going?
No, I just don't go sometimes.
Do they discharge you if you don't show up a certain number of times?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's so long, like you said.
Who do you see there? You don't know the fellow you're seeing because he's new.
Well, I've only seen him once. I've only been to the Denham Springs once. They switched me. There's like a Hammond and a Denham.
Yeah, you have to go to the main clinic first, and then they can let you go to somebody closer.
Right.
Have you even met a doctor yet?
Oh, I've had all kind of doctors. Well, that doctor.
At Rosenblum.
The doctor quit taking my insurance, so they moved me to the nurse practitioner.
Okay, so the nurse practitioner at Rosenblum in Walker is going to prescribe your medicine?
Dental.
In Denham, okay. That nurse will prescribe your medicine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did the nurse prescribe for you yet this time? Did you get your medicines yet since you've gone back over there?
He gave me something that ain't working for me.
Do you have the bottle with you?
I have
Whatever you...
the tag.
Or, I'm supposed to count the pills, just so you know.
Oh, well, I mean, my mom got them. You want to count them?
Well, she's got the bottles with the dates and the prescriptions on them.
She might not be back for a while.
No, I can't use that. I have to have the official bottles. So she left, right? You didn't take them from her. You don't have them.
No, I don't really.
What's the name of what you take?
A month's
Okay,
time.
that's a label. Let me look at it. ADHD.
I told you I got just about everything.
But that's the only medicine they gave you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna get some DNA results for medicine.
So far, this is all you've got?
From the Denham Springs clinic.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, where else do you go?
Well, I've been to Rosenblum and Hammond.
Okay, but you're not going there anymore. So this is your current medicine, is what I mean.
Yeah, that's not where it's going.
They're going to get all of your records, so they're going to see what they were giving you before. Was there something they gave you in the past that helped?
Nah, they try to give me like mood stabilizers and brain inhibitors.
So they've tried you on multiple medications.
Right, brain inhibitors are not going to cut it for me.
What do you think you need?
I don't know. Not a brain inhibitor. I don't see why anybody would take a brain inhibitor.
Have you ever been in a hospital, psychiatric hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 7 times.
When's the last time you went?
2016.
Why do they keep putting you in the hospital? What were you doing?
I wish the doctors would tell you such a thing.
No, but why did your family send you to a hospital? You must have been doing something. They called somebody, or they brought you to an ER, maybe?
Well, yeah. One time with the ER.
Were the police bringing you? Because of the...
Couple, once or twice.
But why would they admit you? Did they think you were suicidal, homicidal, drugs, what?
I don't know.
You don't know why you went.
I wish I knew. I wish they would tell you these things.
Well, what do you think your problems were? You didn't think you needed to be in the hospital?
No, I don't need to go to the hospital.
Okay. Do you smoke cigarettes?
Yes, ma'am.
How much do you smoke?
About a pack a day, I guess. Maybe over.
You've been smoking a long time?
Since I was 18.
You ever tried to quit?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Do you drink any alcohol?
Not really. Not too often.
How much do you drink?
Maybe once every couple months.
What do you normally drink?
I like wine.
Okay. If you drink, how much wine do you usually drink?
Half a bottle or a bottle.
Okay. Did you used to drink more than this?
No, I ain't never been a big drinker.
That was never your thing. How old were you the first time you did any drug?
I might have been 12 when I drank.
Age
13,
12,
something.
alcohol. marijuana?
I think I was 14 or 15 maybe.
Did you start with marijuana?
Alcohol or?
Oh, marijuana was the first drug after
Oh, yes,
alcohol.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, what other drugs have you done?
Marijuana, Xanax, pain pills, cocaine, meth. I might have tried heroin, if that's what it was.
When's the last time you used any drug at all, any of the above?
2013.
Did you go to rehab?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been to inpatient rehabs?
Inpatient. No, ma'am.
Never any 28-day or 30-day stays?
No, ma'am.
Where did you go for outpatient substance abuse?
I've been to Hammer Addiction Disorders. I've been to the Tall Center.
Did they keep you there as an inpatient?
No, ma'am.
Outpatient, okay.
Well, I think that time I OD'd, they kept me as an inpatient. That would have been inpatient.
But was it because they thought it was
Or I don't know if it was mental. Yeah, I don't know.
They probably thought it was mental.
Mental or suicide. I don't know where suicide.
What's the longest time that you've ever stayed in a mental hospital when they were admitting you those 7 different times?
Oh, let's see. I think it was like 4 months.
Which one was that?
Oak Crest, Jackson.
Jackson, Mississippi?
Jackson, Eastern Louisiana Mental Health.
They call it Oak Crest now?
One of them. It's a big place.
I thought they still just called it East Louisiana.
Yeah, Eastern Louisiana Mental Health.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's what I think it's called.
It's
was that because
more than one building.
That's because you had a legal charge, right?
Right.
And they put you in the psychiatric part. Okay. What was the charge that they put you in there for?
Let's see. Revoking probation for second possession of marijuana and a trial for cyber stalking and public intimidation.
And then they sent you back to jail after that?
After the cyber stalking and public intimidation. Yes. After that one.
So you haven't been in any serious trouble in a couple of years, and you're telling me you have not had no relapse since 2013?
Yeah, I don't count a couple occasional drinks as a relapse.
Okay. You're saying you haven't used any other drugs since then?
No, ma'am.
Are you drug screened at Rosenblum?
I was.
How about now, in your current treatment?
No, ma'am.
How long has it been since you were drug screened?
When I was dealing with the OCS, so that would have been. Well, no, that would have been 2014, 15.
Why was OCS involved with you?
Marijuana.
That's the charge of using it in front of a minor? Is that, did they say you did something in front of your daughter?
That's what they said. But it's not truthful.
So they made you do a case plan and you had to do the screens and everything, but you still didn't get your rights back?
Right. Now, I completed the case plan.
Okay.
But,
did you get to see her?
But somehow or another I was locked into a mental institution and denied all rights. case closed. Which is very wrong of him.
And a judge went along with it.
Yeah, that
But you have
judge,
to go in front of the judge to
you ever
terminate rights.
you ever seen the Blair Witch Project?
Mm-hmm.
That's the judge,
Mm-hmm.
Blair Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. The justice system is overrun, and I mean, I don't think there's any system left in our society that we can say is 100%.
I'll agree with you there.
It doesn't matter if it's education, medical, law enforcement, the
I have to
courts,
agree with you.
everywhere you look. I mean, I see people who get slammed.
But you might want to say too many might lock you in a mental institution.
No, what I'm saying to you is, I see thousands of people. I see people who get slammed, get pretty hefty sentences for a certain charge. And then the next week I see somebody else who did the same thing.
Yeah.
Same evidence. Oh no, my mama knows so-and-so. I got a bond. That's what I'm talking about. I believe that the law should be equally applied to everyone. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Regardless of background or color or anything else. I mean, the law's the law. If I break the law and I hurt somebody, I should be arrested.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be, Dr. Durden's been working 40 years. No. If you break the law and you know what you're doing, why would you not be treated like Johnny, who did the same thing?
Yeah, like, I was in a rehab with a girl that she was going through the OCS, and, just while she was in the rehab,
Mm-hmm.
she's failing multiple drug tests for multiple drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Never had her child taken.
Mm-hmm.
But, I had some
Exactly.
marijuana
Yeah.
and they, you're schizophrenic. So, no rights to your child. It ain't my child in the eyes of the state.
Yeah. No, there's some really unusual and crazy things that happen, and
I'm one of those cases.
I'm getting pretty upset because I've done juvenile court since 1981. I have done tons of court testimony. I know the courts and other parishes. I was asked to do some stuff for East Baton Rouge not that long ago. Started calling, asked me to do this evaluation, that. I don't have any time to add another court system, so I'm still loyal to the court systems I've been working with. And, but the other day, I did an evaluation, and it wasn't for court, it was for disability. And this was an 18-year-old kid that had been receiving SSI, and he's done nothing but go to jail. He's smart. I mean, this kid is not crazy and is not dumb, okay? He has been charged with multiple felonies and has never been incarcerated. That includes shooting a firearm in a crowd at a festival. Now, there were multiple shooters. I think his little gang shot in the crowd. 3 people were hit, got bullets, okay? They dropped his attempted murder because when they matched the bullets from his gun, they didn't match the bullets that actually hit the 3 people, even though he fired equally. So they dropped the attempted murder charge because, in other words, he was a bad shot and he didn't hit anybody. He could have killed a bunch of people. Now, there were other people, if they even walked down the street and they found him with a minor can't carry a gun. He was 17. If you could go down anywhere you want in Baton Rouge, see some guys walking, have the police pick somebody up. If they have an illegal weapon in their pocket, they're going to prison.
Yeah.
They didn't shoot it at the cars on the street. They're going to prison for carrying the weapon. This guy shot, and it wasn't his first felony, and he never went to prison. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I don't blame people for getting angry. I just want it to be fair.
Right.
What do you spend most of your time doing?
Um, sounding the fifth trumpet.
What do you mean?
Play on Facebook. Or, I wouldn't call it playing really.
You play games?
No, I don't play no games.
No? So what do you want to do? Just get...
I like to play video games, but I don't, I'm occupied. with
So
my
you get on
time.
social media?
I sound the fifth trumpet.
Okay. Okay, what else do you like to do?
Walk in the woods.
Okay. Anything else?
My favorite thing is to spend time with my daughter.
Hmm?
So that's the number one thing I like to do.
Are you allowed to at all?
Barely.
Just once in a blue moon?
It's during the day. It's every other week, but every other weekend. But one weekend is just during the day, Saturday, and then the next weekend I'll have is Saturday. During the day, Saturday and Saturday night, and it goes back to Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have it 50% of the time over really.
Is that because the mother doesn't allow more?
Right. And I do have court coming up next week
What's that for?
for more custody.
Okay.
So I'm not, I went to court and I was ready for court, and they pushed it back over the whole summer. So.
Okay. All right. So do you have friends or guys in your family or neighbors? I mean, other young guys to spend any time with?
I mean, I got one buddy I've known my whole life.
Okay.
He works and he's got his family.
It's harder, right?
Right.
Are you dating at all?
No.
Not dating right now?
And I got another buddy, but I mean, he just, I hate to say he's a junkie, but that's kind of what he is.
You try to avoid getting too mixed up with him?
I mean, I go see him, but it's really, he's like a real bad alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really, really bad alcoholic.
Okay. But the other one is not, right?
Well, he might drink a little too much, but he will recognize he drinks too much and not drink. He just works. Got his daughter and he's gonna get married.
Did you ever at any time experience any hallucinations?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay.
Well, I had a delusion one time.
What's
I had
that?
a delusion that I had was airlifted to a hospital, and they were like, don't do more drugs.
Mm-hmm.
But I had never been there.
Okay. Okay.
That was, but did have that one time.
What are the worst symptoms you're having right now? What are the worst mental symptoms, in your opinion, that you're having that you went back to Rosenblum for?
Dyslexia,
Okay.
ADHD combined type, ODD.
Were you given accommodations in school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you still got that diploma?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this new medication that they gave you for the ADHD, you're thinking it doesn't work and you've taken others before, right?
Yes, ma'am. I don't really remember what they were. Because that was, back in school days.
Okay.
But, yeah, a brain inhibitor, That's just not going to do it. I don't understand why anybody would take such a poison.
So when do you go back to Rosenblum again? How often are they going to see you?
It actually should be coming up. You know, I usually rely on the text message, and I shouldn't. But they text me like 2 days before, and then I go. But I got the little card, and then my mom helps me keep up with it. She might actually know, might not.
That's okay.
It should be coming up.
Yeah, they'll know that you went to Rosenblum and they'll see the schedule. They'll get all those records directly if you signed off for it. So, okay.
Oh, I did it. Would I be able to get these results for this test?
You have to get it from the disability office. They don't allow us to release anything, so you can get a copy of a report from any doctor they send you to through them, okay?
But you can't release it?
No.
That's
not
kind
allowed. Not allowed, because then people get information before they do, and if we do anything like that, they're going to delete our contracts. Yeah. They used to, attorneys and all kinds of people were getting records from individual doctors before they even got the official report. So now when we sign a contract, we have to agree not to. So, okay, so they'll get all your records, and you can get records that they get from them, okay?
Okay.
All right, we're free to go, and we're done.
That was the test?
It's not a test, it's a psychological interview. They didn't order any separate testing today. Okay, just a mental interview is what you had. We do what they ask.
I don't see how,
They do what we ask.
That's crazy.
And they're going to add it into all the rest
So
of your
you
testing.
sign a paper saying I can't have access to these records from you?
No, I'm forbidden to give out the records because they belong to disability. You get them from disability.
They actually belong
get
to me, but
No, because they pay
don't belong
for
to me?
it.
Oh, they pay for it, so...
ordered
Yeah, I had another doctor tell me that, like, you didn't pay for it, but it's like,
You're doing it for somebody else, so you have to get it from the source that ordered it. We didn't order it.
Okay, even though it was like, I have a right to what's in my mental health record.
From them, not from us, because we're not treating you. We're not doing any treatment.
Well, the disability determination is not treating me either.
No, but it's a federal program. You're getting money from them.
Okay.
Yeah, you're getting money from them, so they have rights that we don't have.
It's wild what's going on.
Okay, well, you take care, all right?
Okay. All right, so that's it. I thought it was going to be a lot longer than that.
You had the mental interview, went through all your forms.
Okay. So, like, can you just tell me a little bit difference between psychiatrist and psychology?
Originally, psychiatrists prescribed medication, psychologists did testing and treatment. Now, psychologists can also prescribe.
What is it, like you see on the TV and you go talk to the doctor and they sit down and talk to you?
That's a counselor.
Oh, that's
a counseling.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's a counselor.
It's crazy how this system works. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You damn sure can't determine anything different from that, because it's the same damn thing. So y'all are just wasting taxpayers' money, obviously. You can't determine nothing different. She don't have no information. And then you hear how they're breaking the law as well. Everybody hears how they're breaking the law. Everybody. By not allowing me to have my medical records, they are breaking the law. They actually sign a paper that they're going to break the law. And, I shouldn't have anything to worry about because nothing's changed. Nothing. She's going to go by what... Oh, well, this is what you think? Is that really how this mental health system works? What I think? It's that easy? Y'all are messed up individuals. That's all I can tell you. You know, it's wow, man. There was no test. I told her what I've been through. Wow. Not what I'm going through now. What I've been through. What did you go to Rosenblum for? Oh, well, I went for this. Well, okay. That's what you think. So we're going to take a determination on that, huh? Because there's where it's going to come into play. But is that really all that's wrong with me? Y'all got, I'm the one that, y'all the one that needs help. Serious help. I'm more concerned how she signs a paper that she is going to agree to break the law. That's the biggest reveal today. They're going to sign a paper that says they are going to agree to break the law. Wake up, people. Now, what did you say?
311.
No, what did you say? No, what did you say? What did you say?
Oh no.
I need you to tell me what you said.
Did you just get mad?
No, I need to know. I need to know what you said. What did you say?
You don't know if the judge, by Alyssa's attorney, didn't request it.
And then what did you just tell me?
You loser.
So you told me that I bet you it was Alyssa's attorney and you just lost Kaylee.
You probably did because you're not taking medication.
Okay, so there's two things that are happening here. You're mentally ill.
Whatever.
Okay, and I should have never had to gone through this stress and harassment.
Whatever.
And no, neither or have you should have. And that all the people that they actually take people's disability for that, for what I just did, they look. First of all, the only reason they'd be able to take my disability is because she asked, what would you say your most recent visit, why did you go? Well, to treat dyslexia, ADHD, combined type, and ODD. So that if you would take so basically you would take my disability from me for that one reason that I said that. But that reason would be I am no longer competent, and that you're telling me I can't have my disability because I'm not competent anymore, because I have to tell you I'm schizophrenic and all these concocted things to be competent. I have to tell you that I am all these things to be competent. You understand? It makes perfect sense. But we should have never had to go through this stress. And I don't know how your way of thinking right now. I told you why. It's because I showed they are incompetent and was cut a $20,000 check.